So to close out our day, and then we will do some final words, we've got an award for one of the NASA team that has helped put this together. I'm going to give the stage to another Davos World Economic friend of mine. Maria, would you join us on stage, please? Let's give a round of applause. All right, and I am also on their board, Earth 05, so it is my pleasure.
Thank you. Hello? Yeah, perfect. All right, thank you, Dustin, for also pushing it for me to be here, and thank you everyone for all the amazing learnings today. I've got a lot of good insights. With that said, I would like to, as you know, the topic I'll be sharing with you today is about water and AI. I don't have any presentation, but you might be wondering since I'm talking to you today about water and AI, why did I give you a piece of chocolate? Would that be something you might be wondering right now? And my question goes to you, if you have any thoughts that you know how much consumption of water it is in the chocolate production. So in this little piece of chocolate that you have, it's about, let's say, roughly 11 grams of chocolate. Do you know how many liters of water that goes into that particular production? Any thoughts? How much? Liters. Surprisingly, it's 270 liters in this little piece of chocolate today in the production, which is equivalent to about 4.5 months of one person getting access to fresh water. So that little piece. If you look into producing 1 kilo of chocolate, that is equivalent to 24,000 liters of water per 1 kilo, which is equivalent to approximately 33 years of one human on one person alive getting access to that fresh water. Just so that's, we're talking about everything, production, supply chain, everything from cocoa harvesting into distribution, the whole process. So it's a little bit shocking numbers, right? Hang on with me a little bit here. I'd like to draw some data. So, and then if we take these numbers and we look into what could that be as equivalent to how many people we know in Africa, more or less, it's about 15 liters per day they get access to fresh water. And that's for cooling, for everything they need, 15 liters per person. If you look into that statistics and we calculate how much would that be an equivalent to how many lives in Africa would be getting access to this fresh water out of this little piece of chocolate, is 1,600 lives. Right? Yeah. So, moving on from the chocolate industry, I would like to, I know that many of you are experts in AI here. Does anyone know the term water offsetting? Know anything about the tech thirst? How much data centers consume water? Maybe you guys know? Okay, yeah. Well, we'll look into this data just to confirm a little bit of, the water and AI and our priorities as a human race today. So experts are predicting by 2030 that we'll have about 40% of the world's population out of fresh water, which is equivalent to 1.3 billion lives. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Pardon, it's equivalent to 3.2 billion lives. Now, such shortage would severely impact, obviously, our food security as we know it today, and again, economic stability and so forth, which ultimately will reduce the availability of the non-essential goods, such as chocolate, almond and avocado, known for their massive water consumption in the production process. Now, if water becomes more scarce, this is sadly is becoming quite a very relevant topic today to plug in every single situation that has to do with water consumption in the supply chain system. What I'm saying by that, even though we spoke a bit about the chocolate, just to give you an idea, we zoomed into the macro of it. Now we're going to zoom out to the tech thirst, where we look into the AI. and how much we need it, but at the same time, how much we need regulations around it for few reasons, especially when it comes to water again. Now, as we will touch on the power of AI and the advanced technologies on how they can help us to basically overcome the global water challenges. Not only that, but also AI have the power to work hand in hand with humanity to tackle on climate change. And what I mean by that, as Mother Nature evolve, as we evolve as species, clearly Mother Nature have the power to destroy us and has the power to live and evolve with or without us. Now, how do we live together with Mother Nature in harmony, tackling on the climate change? So using and prioritizing the use of AI when we talk about climate change should be priority for humanity by placing first AI for good. But I'm not praising only AI for good by saying so, but this is giving us the weapon today that we as species, we've never been, or as a human civilization, we've never been as equipped. We've never been as powerful in terms of resources, collective intelligence. Everyone is willing for cross-border collaboration despite our religion, our race. We're very much entering the new sphere of humanity where we're getting together to actually unite over other different differences and so forth. So for that said, it's now where we can combine forces in order to advance solutions and use technology for good. And that remains for the fact I want to share with you that why AI and regulations around AI is so important by zooming again into the consumption of AI. So these figures might be shocking for some of you and not for others who, but I would like to draw these figures to you. As of 2023, approximately 900 hyperscale data centers. We have globally about 900 hyperscale data centers. Now, the small data centers, they don't consume much of fresh water because they have more self-sustained, it's a different format. They literally consume almost zero fresh water. However, hyperscale data centers, for those 900 hyperscale that I mentioned, the consumption is about 972 billion liters per year, which is a comparison to a population drinking fresh water of 1.3 billion people per year as of today. This is today. Now, I want to ask you a question. Do you think is there any relevance and relation between the hyperscale data centers' water consumption and the actual water crisis we're heading into? I mean, logically, yeah. So I start digging more and more, and we look into the future. It looks like we're aiming to increase hyperscale data centers by 20 to 30%. I'll let you do the numbers, but the numbers are shocking. We're hitting into 20 million, which is New York or Chile and Czech Republic population combined. That places back to the urgency of where we need to start zooming into in regards to regulations. Now, hence the urgency of why we need to accelerate research and development. We need to accelerate funding into this most critical element, which is water, because without it, the life cycle is about 3 days, and water is as valued as the air we breathe. And water should not be priced just like the air we breathe, that we all share. So with that said, I would like to move on a little bit from this, kind of where water is heading and so forth, and go to the bright side of it. There's absolutely magnificent to what we can achieve with AI. So basically, it can help us to unlock a very large hidden potential of our civilization. And with that said, it has to be done today with the right tools in place for us to be able to overcome this potentially from further developing into harming humanity as we transcend into this new paradigm. So if we don't manage, this is the last sentence I'm going to mention regarding AI and its flip side of the coin. And if not managed correctly, obviously it has the harm to damage and take us back to worst destruction any civilization has ever seen and reset us to zero. Just like every small bite of the chocolate has a hidden water cost, it is really worthwhile to start looking into where water is, where water is and has been valued. Now, I have a lot to share with you, but I'm just going to go back because I have 5 minutes left. So clearly, the use of advanced technologies like AI can help us, everything from traceability, from taking the chocolate as an example, from the cocoa to the distribution. And that's what should be our tool, is to really keep on looking the macro, but also zooming into the micro and consider the return on lives rather than return on investment as we evolve as species. So with that said, I would like to share that. But the fine line of the integration of smart regulations and coexisting in harmony, or better said, in alignment, so there's a chance that algorithm and AI is in the driving seat in 10 years. I want you to envision that a little bit. And who do you think would be eligible for water if you don't do anything about it today? And AI is in the driving seat in 10 years, and it's autonomous. Who would be eligible for water, humans or AI, by then? When it's AI deciding, what do you think? Clearly, she's gonna, with all respect, it depends on the protocols behind it, but it may see that as an action that humanity classifying certain level, and then it needs its own. Hence why we need waterless solutions to be advanced at speed of light today, and it needs to be attracting more research and funding to the space. With that said, AI survival or human survivals, this is something that quite an infinite, with its infinite artificial intelligence possibilities, that hence why its priority for a harmonious framework of predefined rules and protocols programmed with ethical guidelines or safety constraints, example, human real-time data input, live monitoring to prevent harmful outcomes. So with that said, I would like to, do I have a few more minutes? I have a feeling, yeah, 2? Okay, cool, thank you. So in summary, I would like to invite you, when you have this piece of chocolate next time, have a think to your research, wherever you can contribute to the water innovation. That is something that it's about time to advocate more as well AI regulations in this space. And lastly, water rights as a human right, similar to the principle of air. It's a basic right, universal, that has to have universal access and can be ensured by legally enforcing water rights to protect underserved population from the upcoming shortage and scarcity. With that, I'm going to thank you for today, and also I hope this was, let's say, an awareness for you to have a look further. Everyone is in tech or even nature-based solutions, into finding ways moving forward to live in harmony with AI, but by reprioritizing where it has to be served first to make sure we coexist in alignment. Thank you, everyone, so much.